What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Heat Ratio Golf Show, the Twilight right here, Wednesday night, and we're back on the Florida swing. And guess what else is back? My man, Mark Drumheller. I'm Dave Gleckner, and there he is, Mark, capital D Drumheller. What's up, buddy?
Doing well, man. Doing well. I'll tell you what, the weather past couple days here in Philadelphia feels like golf weather right around the corner.
I tell you, I snuck out for 9 today. I did.
Nice,
I said,
nice.
you know, it was 3:30. I was like, we're not going to see 69 again for a while.
Nice.
So yeah. Threw out some 9. But yeah, you're right, and it also gets you itching to put a few bets in on these golf tournaments, because the beauty about these golf bets they last all weekend. Sometimes by Thursday if you can rip up the card, but sometimes, like Scotty Scheffler was 8 back at the Waste Management, going into Friday, and somehow won. There's times that these tickets can just last you all weekend. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, definitely. It's a lot of fun, man, and plenty of opportunities, like I said, to jump in at different points of the weekend, and it's tell you, it's a way to get through the summer. We don't have any idea what's going on with baseball. Listen, we got our hands full with basketball right now, but that's going to end. So it's good to get into this golf now. Get our feet wet, and that way we'll be in perfect form when it's summertime.
Yeah, for the majors and all kinds of good stuff and all its other NBA betting, but this gets us there, and it's fun for us, and that's the best part. So let's talk about this week, the Honda Classic. Like I said, it starts the Florida swing. We're done with Cali. Cali was fun at the end. Always fun. The Genesis really brings out some great players. They had the world's top 10, all of them, in it last week. That was fun. But Joaquin Niemann,
man,
hits him with a what do they call it? He never trailed. Start to finish. Yeah. And went with it.
He never shot like that when I bet him. That's for sure.
No, he would, and we loved him last year at times.
We loved him, dude. I was hammering him, man. I'm like, he's gonna break. He's gonna break. All he needed me to do is leave him alone for a little bit, and now he's I'll tell you, beginning to end, never trailed.
Yeah, coast to coast. Yeah, and it was fun to see. He had a lot of people circling the 18th green, which is great amphitheater. One of the great scenes in golf. Riviera just has this cool look with the hills going up high, everybody's sitting on them. It was a good tournament, and it just makes you itching for some more. And that's what we get this week. And we got Dan Green checking in. What's up, buddy? 4 is right. I got 4 picks coming up, so you are right about that. Good to hear from Dan. He got some great shows here on the Heat Ratio. Obviously, the boys killed it last night, and Dan was
Steam Pub.
Yeah. And he's got the flyer nice. And he's got some other little things starting to bubble, which I think we're going to see some more, Dan, which is great. But yeah, let's talk Honda Classic. Florida.
Yeah, definitely, man.
PGA National. What is it known for? It's known for the bear trap. It's one of the – I think they have 17 holes have water on this course. It's most known for the most penalties that, the PGA Tour sees. It's a hard driving course. It's a hard – approach course, but 15 through 17, the bear trap, you go par 3 all over water. You go to par 4 that has water all up and down the right side of the fairway, and you got a par 3 again, the 17th, which usually plays the toughest out of the 3. And that also has a water carry, most of it, 190 yards. Sometimes they stretch it to 210. It's a tough, you win this tournament, you earn it, because you got to strike the ball. You got to be very precise where you're landing it. You can't just bomb it and hope, because it's going to run out. And a lot of times it runs out to water. So this course, PGA National, one of the tour's favorites. You won't get the best people this week because they're kind of in transition coming back to Florida. You got the players coming up. You just had the Genesis. But they're still a good lineup.
Yeah, definitely, man. I'll tell you, from what I'm hearing, weather can always change, but wind's going to die down, right? So even better for the ball strikers. And, I think you're going to see a great weekend of golf. Nice to get the, events back in Florida. And it's going to be a lot of fun, man. There's still some big names, in this one that can do a lot of damage. I'm sure you got a couple of them teed up.
Yeah, you're right. And just a little other nuances about the course and the tournament itself. Look, average winning score has been -9 over the past 7 years. So we're not going to sit, even though the winds will die down, we're going to probably see people earn it. No doubt about that. It's a par 70, only 2 par 5, so it takes away some of the scoring advantage of the Bombers. But typically, the strokes I am looking for are strokes gained off the tee here, also strokes gained approach, and green regulation percentage on par 4s. I've just seen, and I take it on all if you want to mix that in your model too. A lot of the winners here have to be good around the green, but the more they're on the green, obviously a better favorable situation here. And off the tee, we talked about it earlier, just got to be precise. Can hit it long, that's fine, but you got to be good off the tee. Put your ball in play so you can have that good approach shot. So those are the keys to PGA National. Obviously, you're on Bermuda greens too. So you're off the sticky stuff, the Poana, the Kikuya, and all that stuff that bothered people the last couple of weeks. And we're back to a traditional, fun golf course. And I can't wait to see it. And I'll tell you what, I got some winners lined up, but I'm going to let you lead off because one of the guys you like in your Drums Lazy River picks, I kind of like to win too.
Oh, that's music to my ears, man. When you back me up, I always feel much better about my picks. But we're going to try and get back into the win column this weekend. Already punched this one in. I'm going with the guy I was on a lot last year as well. Even better this year. He's been on fire. Keith Mitchell. Listen, I'm playing him top 20, right, over at BetMGM, plus 150, right? I think that's a great number. MGM pays you out, right? So it's no, dead heat rules or none of that. Like if he's tied for 20th with a couple other people, you're going to get all your money. So you get the plus 150 number there with Keith Mitchell. You look at Mitchell, he can get it done off the tee. He can hit it. But the really awesome part about Keith Mitchell and just watching him kind of, evolve his game over the past year is he's gotten much better with the irons. He's really, taken his game to a different level, and he's had success here at the Honda before. So horse for the course, as they say. Keith Mitchell, right up the alley. I like him here. Don't need him to win. Would be happy if he did because it'd be a no sweat bet for me. But we're going to take the 150 at the top 20 with Keith Mitchell.
I love it. And I think it's a great pick. Here's what Keith Mitchell has been doing, right? And you talked about he's had experience here. He won 2 years ago. And one of his wins on the PGA Tour was here at the Honda Classic. So he has comfort, familiarity. He's also been absolutely tearing it up off the tee. Just looking at his strokes gained off the tee in the last 5, he's averaging 2.7 to the field strokes gained off the tee in his last 5 tournaments. He's second overall in his last 24 rounds strokes gained off the tee. And that was one of the big keys here that, we liked earlier. He also finished 10th at the Phoenix Open, 12th at Pebble Beach, 7th at the Sony. He did have a miscut of the Farmers in between, 12th at the RSM. So you're seeing 4 out of his last 5 events, top 12s or better. I think Keith Mitchell coming back here, being familiar, knowing the course. I love your pick, but I'm also going to splash some 35-1 money on him to win this week. I think he's got a strong possibility. We've been seeing it this year. A lot of, either first-time winners or second time with Joaquin. Mitchell's right in that boat. And then also, the Honda Classic's just been known to crown some, odd winners, right? There's some good ones have won, like JT in the past, but Matt Jones last year, Sung Jae the year before, Keith, then it was JT, then we had some Ricky Paydrag Harrington. So I really built in my betting card right around the 30-1 and looking down. I do have one above that. I'll give that out. I like Daniel Berger this week. I think if you get a shot for a guy that's 16, 18-1, you can get a few different. I think Caesars had him 18, DraftKings 16. Anywhere right around those numbers, I'm good. Anything that drops below that, I don't want anything below 16-1 this week. I think there's just too much variance. But Daniel Berger is the best player in this tournament, and he's getting like the 4th best odds. And it's a little bit because of the back injury. He did have some injury and had to pull out of the Pebble. So I think people are a little reluctant.
Weary.
Yeah, but he's had 3 weeks off. And those 3 weeks off and back home, I think he's a golfer from Florida State, golfed most of his life, lives in Florida, very comfortable there, great ball striker. Number 2 in strokes gained approach over his last 24 rounds. That's my big number with him. So he's the one I'll take. And then my third, and I have a way long shot, but Alex Norton. I'm really looking at Alex Norton at 35-1. Alex is another one. He's a guy that, he has played in some windy conditions. You mentioned it this week. It's not going to be probably as windy as, it has in the past, but a very, very good ball striker, average hitter. He's not a guy that's going to bomb it on you, but he's a guy that's going to put it in play, loves to play a controlled fade. This course tends to play those, as we talked about earlier, a lot of water on the right. This guy's just going to throw it out to the left, let it cut in, and he's not ever going to have to put it over the water. Alex Norton played well again last week too. Longer course for him. I like him this week at 35-1. And we talked about guys, that have won here, names like that. Matt Jones, a guy, I think he's from, I want to say he's South American. Oh no, he might be Australian. But then we look at Sung Jae out from South Korea. Then we look before that, Adam Scott from Australia. You get a lot of these guys in a more open environment, windy environment. Alex Norton, very used to that. Take a runner on Alex Norton this week too.
I love it, man. Alex Norton, high variance player, but big reward. When he's on, he's on. Listen, I got a question. Like, who are you worried about? Like, who was somebody that you saw that you just said, I don't know, man, staying away from this guy?
Well, it's Fleetwood. I don't know why. I want to like Tommy, and I think we all do, but he's yet to win on the PGA Tour. 14-1 just is mind-boggling. For a guy that's never won, you're going to put 14-1 odds out there just because it's a name, a Ryder Cup player. He just played in a tournament with the 4Play Pod guys. I don't know. He hasn't been playing much. He's not in form. I worry about Tommy.
I saw a prop. I want to say it was on BetMGM. I forget what it was, but it was two golfers that I really liked. It might have been like Mitchell and I don't know. I was kind of looking at Mitchell. I was kind of looking at Mito. Like it's like a longer shot. I was looking at a couple people, but it had two guys on there that I really liked. And it was like, and the third one was Fleetwood. And I'm like, you know what? I'm not betting this prop. All three of them to make the top 20. I said, that's the ringer. I said, they throw Fleetwood in there and he's going to be the one that's going to sandbag and lose your money. And I didn't touch it. I wish I knew offhand what the other two golfers were, but it was the Fleetwood. I was like, ooh, I don't know. I can't touch this one.
It's so funny you say that. Those sites usually throw those little like extra juiced odds up there, and it's always one. They always it'll be like Hurts 199 yards plus 2 touchdowns. You don't get the 199, you ain't getting the 2. So I think I agree.
Yeah, I want. Gosh, I probably can't find it, but it might have been like. Nah, let's see. Nah, I can't find it. I mean, here's one. It's the same kind of thing, but here's like Billy Horschel, Neiman, and Fleetwood to make it, and it's like Fleetwood's going to kill you.
Horschel,
Billy Ho, man, Ho. He was another guy I was looking at.
He's been playing some great golf, and if I had a little extra sprinkle, I might think about him. But again, I think a lot of the lineups get built in this 20 or 30-1 area, or a lot of the betting cards, and I want to stick to there. I'll give a couple quick other ones, and I know you're going to love this one. You asked me who I don't like, and I'm saying I don't like Fleetwood to win it. Here's one I don't like to even see Saturday. Matthew Wolff. You can get him at plus 175. I'm going back to where we started last year. We tried to give him some love this year in drums, right? You picked him on the Lazy River, and I'm just not sure he's there, man. I'm not in a real competitive golf tournament where there's all this water and this guy's all over the place. I'm just not sure I'm ready for Matthew Wolff yet. And I think there's a great potential. I'm almost getting 2-1 odds for a guy I just don't have a lot of faith that his game's dialed in. I think he needs one of those wide open courses, low rough, just rip it and grip it. He won out in Minneapolis when it was similar to that. I don't have confidence in it.
He tried. We tried to back him. It's a lot of fun betting Wolff. You sit there, you're howling all weekend. You're cheering on your bets. But listen, the name is better than the game. Right now he's to stay away, and it's just I don't know how quickly that's going to change.
Yeah, I agree. That's one I'm staying off of. And then like you, I had a top 20 here, just making sure I get the odds dialed in right. And I'm going back to the second place finisher last week in Cameron Young. I really liked how he displayed himself on Sunday, and he was right in it till the end when, Nyman had a 6-stroke lead after hole 11, and this guy closed it to 1 or 2 late and was never phased. And I know he's been a winner on the Corn Ferry. I know he's had some other, success, but there was a point in his career he was done golf. And, but he found a way to get the, livelihood back, the juice back. And now it's happening. Once the juice is flowing, I want to ride him while he's hot. So I like the top 20 on this, plus 220. I'm going to ride Cameron Young as my top 20 this week.
Very nice. Very nice.
Good off the
I've seen him popping up. Yeah, I've seen him popping up in a couple places. A lot of people like him. So it's hopefully he gets home and gets us the money.
Yeah. And I mean, your top 20 ended up, what'd you get? Plus 120 on that?
150 I got
150.
earlier today. Yeah,
You're right.
earlier
Yep.
today. Yep.
Good plus money for the people out there. So as always, I always like to. Last week gave out one nationality prop. Had Sung Jae win as the South Korean. I'm sorry. But this week, it's tough. As much as I'm saying Alex Norton to win, and I like his odds, he could also miss the cut, right? So I'm going to go with my top continental European. And there's guys getting a lot of steam out there, Drums. There's a lot of people loving this kid. I think it's a tough tournament for him, but if he's going to do anything and can beat his other competitors, it's possible. I'm going to go Nikolai Hosgaard. He won recently out in Dubai, and then he missed 2 cuts in between. So he sandwiched a win between 2 missed cuts. But he's the future of golf. He's got a brother out there. They hit it a ton. We're talking about guys that are DeChambeau long. And he's coming over here to start his American game to see how he can develop over here like some of the others. He doesn't have to go against Fleetwood. That's not continental Europe. So I like his chances. He's plus 500. I'm going to take a shot on a young no-namer. And we did it last year, if you remember, with Garrett Higo.
Yeah, that paid off. You think he'll be good with the water? He'll be okay with the water?
He's going to throw it over it, dude.
He's just going to bomb right by it.
Yeah, bomb right by it. Water ain't play for this guy. But it's good stuff. Honda's going to be fun this weekend. And as always, we appreciate people checking out our stuff. And we're always on Saturday mornings too. Betting for breakfast, brought to you by the Sharp app. We got some good stuff coming up this week.
Oh yeah. I mean, we're listen. It's basketball season's back in full swing now. The breaks are over. We're getting into March Madness with the NBA. It's going to be a lot of fun, man. And we'll do it right here during the week with golf, and then we'll hit them hard on the hardwood on the weekends.
I love it. And we got, the Beard is playing Friday night, so we'll have a lot to talk about just from that come Saturday morning. But
100%.
My man, I appreciate it, and I appreciate, like I said, everyone for checking in, throwing some comments up there. Until next week, I'm Dave Guckner. That's Mark Drumheller. Hit him high, hit him long. We're out.